Well, let's not talk about what Chat said. I mean, let's see. Maybe they have a lucky punch here, but we have the match starting, and that's with Hydra attack.
Yeah, the Hydra's coming in here. We've got I would call it like a super Hydra, whereas we've got dragons, we got Rockaloons, we got the Inferno Dragons and Dragon Riders all in the mix. As we used a couple lightning spells to start, as more Rockaloons coming down to the Archer Tower to the bottom side, as he wants to fly all the way across to that Town Hall.
Yeah, but Carbon, it looks like he's got enough spell support here to potentially do a super minion bomb would be my guess there. And if he can land like almost directly on top of the monolith right there, he can turn back around there and get the CC taken down. He's making sure to delay his heroes here. He gets the funnel formed completely without using them, but he did put the Dragon Rider over the right side of the base there to go after the Eagle Artillery, and he ended up missing that. So he's gonna need to get that back under control here. Hopefully something will split off over there and take it without distracting too much for the main push, but the blimp does land in. Super minions do pop out, and they land right into a tornado trap and get pulled, but they still get the bottle down, but leave the CC standing. That could potentially be a problem.
As long as his dragons are now pathing to it, and they do, freezes up that multi, really wants to remove that clan castle as it goes down. Now his heroes don't have to worry about pulling out any of the CC, which could be ice golems, lava hounds, things like that, which could be really, really hard for his heroes to really make their push through. But his dragons have done their job. Now it's up to the heroes and what they can do. The queen's not even deployed yet. Finally now goes down as his king is going to try to path into the multi with the royal champion following behind.
Nice to see the versatility of the players as well. Yada normally is a bowler expert, a smash attack expert, but he's breaking out this strategy, and it may be out of his comfort zone, but it seems like he's handling it pretty well here. The king continues to make his way forward. They're taking the world champion, holding the tension of the scatter shot there, and he's not looking too bad here. He's got a lot of force movement. You can already see him smiling there. You can already see him getting excited. He goes ahead and makes the Inferno Dragon invisible to transfer the scatter shot over, and he does step in and take it down. He's got it under control there. The queen ability, the queen alone, regardless what the other heroes are doing here, could probably take out the rest of the base on her own, but he's got more than enough force there necessary, and that means that CHASMAC EA will continue their reign of terror here in the upper bracket with their insanely high hit rates. Now they got to be pushing 70, nearly 80% there on their hit rates right now.
It's so impressive, taking this one down with the Hydra, the perfect base that this attack strategy was used for here. With those super minions cloning up to help grab the town hall, the mile, even though there was red air bombs and a tornado trap for the super minions, he was able to still get the value to allow them to go right on through. And notice, when the dragons went into the core of the base, removing that clan castle was critical, so his heroes did not pull that out and get stalled up, which really helps when you move your way around. You don't need your dragons to stay alive for the whole attack. You just need their dragons to get through the core and clear the core, and then your blimp to grab the town hall, and then it's up to your heroes to clear the rest of the base.
Exactly. Keep the heroes clear of the CC range there until the dragons are able to take it down. Because if it is an air targeting CC that all goes out and the dragons face it, then usually they can just power through it, because most of the air targeting CC is a very low HP troop, and the dragons just easily handle it. But if they do leave up ice golems or lava hound inside, you want them to destroy that building. And the super minion bomb, I think, was intended to actually destroy the CC building, but the tornado trap pulled it forward there. And it was almost baited there. Like, it was almost baited because it did hit the tornado trap. There was a bunch of red air bombs that definitely could have gone another way there in a hurry there if it ended up having those super minions die out of the blimp. But now Americana dropping in with a, looks like a super archer bomb coming in on that side of the town hall. All right, well, this is interesting, Carbon. Let's see what we can do here to follow up with super barbs after the value that he claims here.
Yeah, he went, giant bombs. Okay, there we go. We got Invis double clone. He's going for the town hall. Well, first he's locking on to potentially the lava hound, because the lava hound is out in front. Oh no!
That's bad, Carbon! He locked onto the lava hound, and then he put an archer in the top of the base there. Hound pulled all the archers out of the invisibility, and now we see a pause. We see the hesitation. We see him trying to recalculate and try to figure out how to recover this now. That's a big mistake right out of the gate here for Repotted Gaming.
That's the problem with the clone spell. Even though if you have the invis spell down early, before the blimp even lands, you drop a clone, there's just that little bit of a CC will get lured out, even though it's in an invis. It's just the mechanic, the way the clone spell works, they become active just for a fraction of a second, which is enough for the clan castle to get lured out, especially a Lava Hound like that. So unfortunately, the Lava Hound was there, causing distractions. Pulling it made it even worse. If he pulled it a little bit closer to the Super Archers, the Lava Hound could have become invisible, so they would have ignored it, and that could have been a whole different side to this attack.
But you'll notice that at the start of the attack there, what lured the Lava Hound off was an archer, and a lot of times these players will put an archer down in advance that's just chipping away at some trash building opposite of where the Super Archer Bomb is dropping to make so that if any Ice Golems or Lava Hounds pop out, we don't want Ice Golems to freeze up either way. We don't want the Lava Hound to lock on. We definitely don't want what just happened to happen. But we need to make sure that we had that archer in place in advance, and there wasn't really a place on the edge of the base here to even drop in an archer to lure out of the way there. So he's trying to just kind of do it on the fly. It ends up costing him pretty big there, but he'll keep on gathering percentage here. And yeah, if you just look around the perimeter of the base there, all the defense, all the cannons and the archer towers are so close to the quarters. There's not really any exposed trash that he could have just parked an archer on.
That's the one issue. You're not able to instantly pull those CC troops out of there, as we're seeing now a lower percent here, Eric, in the 70s, and that's going to really hurt this one, especially when CHASMAC Gaming EA has been hitting at such a high hit rate that this is going to make it very, very difficult. It might come down to the fact that you need to put up like 14 stars to be able to keep pace with a team like CHASMAC EA, and that one right there is just not going to do it.
Yeah, I feel like you have to, at a bare minimum, have 13 stars with good percentages to have a chance to beat this team. And right now, that's a rough start. It's a rough start. They're going to have some ground to make up for, but there's still a lot of war left to play here. So they definitely are capable of it. They arrived to this stage here. They beat some insane teams on the way here. They're a seasoned pro team. They know exactly what they're doing. They just need to re-rally after that miss and just ride through the rest of the war here and just get some triples on the board. Maybe they can rely on their base building. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that are working with these teams to help them prepare and test bases, and you know that they're going to be breaking out the best of the best bases at this stage of the competition, and there's nothing left to hold back. You make it through this stage here, and historically, you're probably going to be the one who gets the win of the tournament and get that golden ticket. So this is the most important match in my opinion right here. So let's see what happens. Chihuahua returning fire as CHASMAC EA will now fight to maintain their lead.
Yeah, this literally could be the golden ticket match right here. Depends on what Na'Vi does in the lower bracket. So this is why it's so important to win this one to get to that final matchup in the grand finals. As we now see the Grand Warden down with the balloons, the blimp to fly all the way across, and again, he wants to land in a safe area to try to have the Super Archer blimp. Oh no, not the Super Archer, but the Super Minions to then get cloned up. He just dodged the tornado with the blimp, but he is finding him with some Super Minions, taking out the multis. Can he take out a Monolith and the Eagle? Oh, that would be really nice. Monolith goes down, and the Eagle.
Wow.
Yes! Eagle too.
On top of that, Carbon, he took out every threat there in the immediate vicinity of those super minions, so they turn around out of the invisibility, and they're still continuing to pick up extra things. They're grabbing that sweeper in the middle of the base there as an extra bonus. Would have been nice to pick up that ground expo, especially since the rest of the attack here is going to be on the ground, but he does have the CC pulled, obviously. What came out of there was a super minion that's floating around there, but he quickly deals with that one shot from the queen, and it's out of the way, and now he can push the queen, the king, and he's got the apprentice warden to replace the grand warden, and he can boost the HP of everybody as they march their way forward here with a ton of super barbarians to provide some exterior support on the base.
Yeah, that apprentice warden is definitely helping a hero and Electrotite now really get that HP up as he's charging into the X-Post, and that wall break is perfect to allow that queen to path her way straight to this town hall, casually just moving his way around. There is really nothing he's worried about this moment. It's all going to plan.
Yeah, just need to get the Queen to hold under ability until he's able to secure the Town Hall takedown. He can freeze it right there, or he can just wait for the Ice Golem to pop. It's in a position where we'll freeze the Town Hall, so we can just hold on to that. And that freeze would be very valuable when we get into the Rage Tower. We see Teslas that have popped in the right side compartment around that scatter shot and around the Rage Tower. That Rage Tower is the most lethal area on this base that remains. And that's, I mean, even with all these super barbarians, he can lose a lot of troops very, very rapidly in the area. So he's definitely not out of this yet, but he is looking pretty solid. He's just going to try to swarm it and overwhelm it. He's got a ton of troops there, and he's coming in every single angle simultaneously.
Oh yeah, with that freeze as well. World Champion ability to still move in. These super barbarians taking that king down. He's celebrating. He's happy. What an attack here, taking this base for the 3-star as the shield of the RC skips through and gets it done. The super minion double clone blimp into super barbarians. To think at the beginning of Town Hall 15, oh yeah, Eric, you're gonna see attacks at Town Hall 15. Well, you're gonna see super minions coming in the blimps. You're gonna see super barbarians. You're gonna see super archers. We would have been like, what? It's crazy. Those were not really used all too often, but now they're being used everywhere at Town Hall 15.
Yeah, it's insane how the meta shifts there. That's why you gotta follow the esports scene, because every time you turn around, they're developing a new strategy. They're working on finding out what is the most effective way to take these bases down, and they sometimes find a simpler approach that a lot of people that are going to be able to replicate and bring into your own wars, which is it's definitely helpful to have the inside of these pro players and see what actually works in wars instead of just a montage of triples, right? You get to see how they can fail too. It's very, very interesting to see exactly how they deal with these attacks and what they do when things don't go perfectly right. But right now, REPOTTED has not had this war go perfect for them so far, and they have some ground to cover here to make reach back here to try to get to this grand finals through the upper bracket. And this one, look at this RB comp here. It's like a mix of super barbarians. We got Lalo, we got a lot of sneaky goblins, lightning. He's got the flame flicker coming in down at the very bottom of the base there. Definitely an interesting mix of troops here. And I guess if you're going to customize that much into the specific base that you're attacking, then a lot of planning has gone into this.
Absolutely, as the Flame Flinger is down at the bottom side of the base with 2 expos down there, but he's at least looking to help remove that multi-target Inferno, as he does send a handful more troops down there to remove that defensive king, as his king's going to look to path into the enemy Royal Champion, Bomb Tower, and Scattershot.
Just needs to get the king to dive into the defensive Royal Champion, the left side of the base here. Going to take that down with the help of a headhunter. The king with the funnel goes inside of the base. Yeti work on the outside over there as well, and they're all working in that corner to try to collapse in and force the queen to secure the town hall. With the flame flicker working down, oh, the queen! Do you see the queen? She stunned us up there for a second and was trying to take the turn off to the left, but the king barely gets her corrected, and she's going towards the town hall, but she's going to an early ability, and she's chasing the CC. All right, he's got sneaky goblins though. It's okay.
He does.
He's got sneaky goblins. That is his plan to secure the town hall takedown.
Ooh, and that Phoenix pulling some red air bombs here to help protect them with the Lalo that will eventually come in as the sneaky goblins are securing this town hall while the flame flamer grabbed that multi-target in front and he activates and found that tornado trap, which is going to be very, very helpful when he starts this Lalo potentially from the top side of this base with the Raw Champion running right underneath.
Gonna get the ward ability not being needed right away here. He could hold on to it for quite a while, and I feel like he should. I wonder why he even deployed the warden over there. I feel like it would have been better to put the warden over to the right side, and so we get the approach right at the defensive queen. So he does have a long path here for headhunters to cross through if he does want the protection of the warden ability. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for them. But okay, warden goes to ability there. Is that a good time for it?
I mean, he popped it right after there was a bunch of sneaky airmines. I think he's okay because of the value that he was able to get with the Flame Flinger, his heroes, and then the Lalo now moving in with the assistance of the Royal Champion right underneath. With all these spells left to still push his way through, look at this with another freeze coming down. What a brilliant attack. The Zap Lalo with a handful of super barbs, really dissecting the space down and taking down Hades' base. And he's got even that swag invis. And you know, army camps in the core of the base, looks like they didn't do too much right there. Probably just wanting to make the pathing for the troops really awkward. But hey, it was a 3-star, a brilliant attack here.
Yeah, definitely. And with to have swag spells after that, when you're breaking in a weird combination of troops like that, he had like, there's so many different parts that had to go right in that attack there to make it work, because that's what I'm saying. It's very, very meticulously planned. You had every single different piece of the base there individually planned out, and it's not just taking all of the same type of troop right there and then just spam it across the base and hopefully that is able to take the whole base there. Every single different compartment of the base there was specifically planned for, and he found a counter with different troop type in almost every quadrant. So now here we go, Hiroya going to be responding, and once again, because of that triple, we're back to the same position that we were in at the attack before this. Hiroya going in with, it looks like a Skelly Bat Donut into a mass twin hog attack. I love this attack, Carbon. This is my favorite attack in Clash of Clans, outside of witches, of course, but we don't see a lot of witches in Town Hall 15.
Well, you know what we also haven't seen? Well, obviously regular witches because of a lot of multis and rages, but super witches, you know? Super witches are relatively strong. They can work, but they can be finicky on time, so you have to be really careful when it comes to that. You know, maybe we may see it at a later stage or even when it gets to the World Championship. You never know with meta always shifting. As that king pops his ability, clearing the section, and that queen looking to push her way, continuing all the way through this town hall. And notice there's no healers. So we have no queen charge into hogs. It's just pure Skelly Donut into sending your heroes, the hero dive into the hogs.
Yeah, but the last hero dive didn't actually get the queen to the town hall and relied on those sneaky goblins. This one will not have that luxury, so this queen is going to need to arrive to the town hall, and then Expo picking up on her. She's able to get away from it. She has the Phoenix top her up, but she's trying to figure out exactly what path she wants to take to get in there. She does find a way in. The golem is out in front of her. She's got grass skills. She does reach the town hall. Perfectly calculated right there to get the queen to arrive right as she needed to go to ability, and now the hogs can sweep in on that left side and sweep after the Eagle Artillery. Notice they're not using heal spells. No heal spells in hog attacks at Town Hall 15 because rage towers are going to completely negate it, and you're better off just popping your ability and combining it with a rage and surging past the defenses and just trying to clear defenses to try to reduce damage rather than heal through it.
Yeah, you just want to overwhelm it as the World Champion is trying to do that on the backside. As a defensive rage now is going off over there, but he's got 2 invis. Gotta use them on your heroes here. There's the first. We've got a second one potentially. Do we still have the Diggy up? Yes, I believe we do. Stunning that scatter shot. The RC getting the ability, or already did get the ability off, as there's the last invis. No spells left. Needs the RC to go for the ground expo. We got a couple hogs with the ward assistance. It's looking pretty good. The second one can go down. Yes!
There we go.
Wow.
There we go. Carbon, he gets it. I love that invisibility. That invisibility was not just protecting the World Champion, but was also making all the defensive ground skeletons invisible, so the World Champion stopped getting distracted and got back onto the defenses, and those invisibilities came in clutch to carry him through to that triple. And there, I told you need at least 13 stars to beat CHASMAC EA, and they're already at that mark and pushing to exceed it.
Absolutely. CHASMAC Gaming EA. What a performance they are putting on here. If indeed they continue to move their way to the grand finals and get a golden ticket, is totally deserved. What they are doing right now, what they've been doing the lead up to here, is really putting on a showcase, and we love to see it. Some fantastic attacks, bringing really so many different attacks. That's the thing. There's a lot of, like, Strut was bringing a lot of super barbarians. We were seeing other teams bringing other attacks, but it looks like CHASMAC Gaming EA is bringing kind of a mix of attacks, so it's really hard to try to force bases upon them, as they can just break it down with really almost any attack, it seems.
And it's not just that they're bringing a variety of attacks there, but consistently taking the same attacks from war to war. every individual player is bringing different attacks than they did in the previous war. So they're definitely customizing to the bases that they're fighting and showing their versatility here to be able to break out a variety of different strategies and identify which one will work on the base that they're attacking. And now, once again, we need to see REPOTTED with some triples to be able to try to stay pace here, because we got a lot of pressure being placed on them from CHASMAC as they are just not letting up. But Mech dropping in. Looks like a Yeti bomb. A Yeti bomb with a Queen charge, and he's also going to be pairing it with a bunch of Super Barbarians. More representation from the Super Barbarians. Seen a lot of them throughout this playoffs bracket.
Yeah, these Super Barbarians are meta here at Town Hall 15, but pay attention as this Queen's trying to charge her way into this Monolith with some Teslas popping out in front, but this Rage Spell keeping her healthy as he can use a Poison Spell as these Super Minions are approaching it. Nope, he decides to freeze, and he finally now drops that Poison.
You see how many traps went off to that Kokoloon? There's a lot of red air bombs right there, and I feel like if you see a pocket of red air bombs like that, you're probably going to see more. And it's on the exact path that the Queen healers are going to take here. So you'll notice that he doesn't have any more balloons on the bar. And that means he doesn't have any more opportunity to protect the Queen's healers from any red or air bombs or black air bombs. So if this is continued to be baited as he continues to drive this Queen in here, he may be walking right into a trap, and it could end up stopping his Queen charge.
Yeah, as this Queen is trying to grab this Town Hall towards this backside, but now it's all up to these Super Barbarians now moving their way around. But look at this. Expos, Grand Warden, all this stuff, forcing that Queen ability as the Poison Spell is also crushing through and slowing her down, so he invests even another rage to keep this Queen going.
The healers are still hanging on, though. A lot of those red air bombs were triggered by that first initial Kokoloon, and so he only has a half stack of red air bombs hitting the healers here, so they're still hanging on. They're still surviving. The Queen is actually not putting them into any danger. She has a tornado trap, but that still keeps them safe there. She does end up being able to heal through that Expo. He's got 8 more Super Barbarians on standby here, but this multi-inferno down south seems to be the biggest trouble for him right now as he engages that defensive king. But unfortunately, his world champion was the one getting targeted, not the king. Not the king with this Phoenix on standby, but maybe he can just let the Queen go down there. Oh, I think he's got it here, Carbon. I think he's got it. He'll swarm in the last Super Barbs. Mech able to push through with the pressure on, and REPOTTED gonna stay in this war.
Yeah, those Super Barbarians going through the backside, taking out the Builder Hut now, and that Phoenix is so nice to be coming through with your king. And you know, it could also pull some traps to help potentially protect, let's say, healers. Obviously wasn't the case here, but what a brilliant job. That Queen getting so much value. And it's just these Super Barbarian attacks are so versatile in terms of Super Archer blimps, Super Minion blimps, Queen charges, and having Super Barbarians to clean up is just proving that these Super Barbarians at their current space, right? At their current housing space, since you can have so many of them, they're so strong.
Carbon, I think my heart rate is going up and up and up every single attack we go through. This is getting crazy here. They're hot at their tail. They still have to just continue to hold strong. They have to wait for an opportunity. And right now they have positioned themselves that they could end up overtaking CHASMAC EA. They are very, very close behind them. It is a percentage left on the board there. If they can just pick up one big defense, is all it would take to swing the war right now.
That is indeed all it takes. You don't want to make that mistake by dropping a troop on the wrong tile, one tile in a certain direction, as we got 2 earthquakes here used in with this Zap Lalo. How does he want to invest that second earthquake? We got one. We taking out the multi, and he does drop the second one in this area as well. I'm curious.
I think he did 5 lightning and 2 quakes, which is also an alternative to taking Expo out instead of going with 6 lightning and quake. You see Klaus do that all the time there as well. So we can definitely get a lot of the base there taken out there, and the log launcher gets the walls weakened up there with more earthquakes used and more damage on the buildings that aren't getting directly zapped out. So definitely some very, very good punch into that area of the base there, but does leave out the multi. Does kind of want the Yetis to turn back, or Electro Titan. I guess they're kind of getting burned up there pretty quick. But you know what? He's left a nice lane there for the World Champion to punch in that area, and she could definitely go to that area and make up for what was missed. And he could pull that through.
Yeah, as this queen is continuing her path up and around, that one balloon's looking to try to remove the eagle. Can't because of the raged up multi there. So he sends another one as here comes the Ice Hound to fly his way straight over this town hall.
Yeah, oh, got the eagle. Okay, he's gonna be very meticulous on how many troops he deploys to the eagle artillery, put in the absolute bare minimum to go take it down. But he's got Ice Hounds crossing through. He gets to the town hall, pops the word ability, pops his own rage, and the rage will carry him out and away from the town hall poison, while the queen tries to get in here with the poison and work down these super minions on defense, able to get them under control here, and he's not looking too bad here. World Champion now deploying for the bottom base here with a skeleton spell, locking out the defensive World Champion, and he just needs to power through these multis. These multis are going to be a little bit of trouble for him as he runs out of spells, and he needs to keep some heroes alive because I don't know. This Carbon, this is looking like a defense right now. Maybe.
RC ability.
You're right.
Depends on the defensive rage. If it comes back, it looks like it's coming back. He sends one balloon up top, sends another one up top. RC ability skips.
Oh, it pops! Oh, it's a lot of damage!
The multi on
the multi taking the balloons! He's got the stun and giant bomb! He's gonna miss it! Oh my god, Carbon. Wait, the electric owl's still alive. The owl could take out the defenses. I think they're low HP.
Wait, they are.
Seconds.
Okay, Owl, can you save the day? It should go to those defenses next. Come on, Owl. Come on, Owl. Come on, Owl. He's got it, right?
Owl could get them to the World Championship if they pull ahead and put it so far away from REPOTTED game that they can't get the comeback. He steps his way in, taking the chase. It's very low HP. Owl working. One more shot, and he's got it! Kuma with the triple 12 stars on the board to go for the perfect war.
Oh, you didn't have to say that, Eric. What? Oh, now you jinxed him. You jinxed him now.
Rip the dream.
Oh,
Wow.
Boy. Oh, well.
That was... Oh, my goodness, Carmen.
The owl saves the day right there, getting it done when he needed it. You know, the owl was just enough. Yeah, hey, 3-star is a 3-star at the end of the day, and now they're 4 for 4. They can't go perfect anymore because Eric's jinxed them, so it's just how it works. It's guaranteed the next one can't work for him, unfortunately. Sorry, CHASMAC GameEA, because Eric has done that to you. But hey, you know, they're gonna try anyways. They're gonna try their best.
Yes, they will. But we are back to the same situation. We need to see if REPOTTED wants to stay in this, then they need to land this triple here and the next one as well. They do not have any other option. This is do or die right here if they want to stay in the upper bracket. Otherwise, they're going to go down and face the winner of the lower bracket and see who ends up coming out down there. But it is going to be, looks like a blimp. What would you put in a blimp here? I guess a Yeti bomb, probably, right?
Yeah, looks to be. If he goes all the way to the town hall, and he's gonna grab that air expo as well. Look at these balloons, grabbing the monolith, grabbing this multi, really grabbing some fantastic value so far early, and they're still going.
They're gonna march a little bit further there, but they are gonna, with that entire half of the base, they're removed. He can now put in his heroes, and looks like they're going to come in directly from the very bottom of the base. There are a couple super barbarians off to the left side here. Electric Owl is actually still working on the defensive CC, but the super minions will win that fight. And he does need to get the defensive CC troops under control. So he needs to stop dropping troops in that area. Nope, he's got some up top. Super minions are kind of out of control right now. And he needs to manage them a little bit better here before they potentially cause problems later on.
Yeah, the Electro Titan, I don't know if it's still there. I think it died off, but it's not too big of a deal. Is it? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's hidden there. But the Electro Titan can definitely help. But, I mean, the Queen should be able to take him down no problem here. It's not like a Lava Hound or anything. As these barbarians, regular barbarians from that King ability, are running right through that scatter. And now the Super Barbs are joining in with this World Champion to the right side to continue their way around the base.
looking too bad here. This could give them a chance to make the comeback in the war. But obviously they still needed a big defense after this, and they still have to continue through to the last attack as well, and triple there as well. So this one has that Road Champion staying very well protected. The Queen actually steps into the channel there, and she can walk out because there's an opening, and there's a bunch of regular Barbarians and Super Barbarians out in front of her. He's got 2 Headhunters and 5 more of these Super Barbarians on standby, more cleanup troops there. He's got Headhunters deployed in now, and he'll lock on and take the Defensive King out there. Guys, he's done it. General X is going to force another performance here from CHASMAC EA, but because of that early miss in the war here, CHASMAC EA is still going to be needing a big miss here to be able to not go into the grand finals of the Clash Masters Gold Tournament here. So this is still down to the wire here, and my goodness, they're going for a perfect war as well.
And you just keep saying it. You just can't help yourself, Eric.
Sorry.
Oh my. Well, let's see if they can do it here. Can they get 15? We're seeing a lot of these matches. 14 stars, 14 stars, and 14 stars. And it really seems like 14 is the number you need to get, unless you're United Gaming GS, where you needed to get a higher percentage at when it was
Apparently,
14. Yeah, because losing out of 14, it's absolutely insane. But the best that we could see here from Repotted Gaming would be up to 14 as well, if they do get a 3 star. So, but they are hoping for a defense. The thing is, this is an upper bracket match. So if Repotted lose, they still have a chance. They would go down to the lower bracket, and they can win again to come back to get a rematch to try to still getting golden ticket, Eric.
Very true, but if you win in the upper bracket, it's double elimination. And so you'll still have 2 lives remaining as you go to the grand finals, where the other team that comes from the lower bracket only has 1 life remaining. And so the lower bracket team would have to win the winner of this match. They had to beat them twice to be able to actually get the golden ticket. So you just want to win it here, because that makes your path way, way, way easier. But Hades will come in for the final blow here. If he gets this above, if he gets it into the 80s, I believe, then they are going to the grand finals, as he starts in with that blimp, but he falls way, 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 way short on that blimp there, Carbon. That is an immediate problem right out of the gate, as he misses the monolith and the expo there that I think he was going after.
Yeah, he was definitely going for those 2 defenses. Not only that, but he also wanted to lure out that clan castle. Probably wasn't planning for the town hall to go down, but he definitely wanted to pull that CC out early enough so she didn't have to deal with it as the charge went on through. And now this queen, where is she going to path? Does she go in the multi? Okay, yeah, she does walk her way into the multi, the wizard tower here, with like a wall break, now giving him access to the town hall. The angle of these healers, though, may be a problem if he gets in range of this air expo.
Potentially, definitely leaving up a bit of damage there that he wouldn't have had accounted for here because of the blimp falling short. And if this queen goes down, this could definitely be the catalyst that swings the war right here. But here comes the CC. Rage Tower is active, so raged up set of super minions and headhunters. He did have the queen go to ability there, and it transferred the headhunters over to the king. The king under Phoenix is able to handle those and get the queen back into action to go towards the town hall. I don't have a problem with her getting to the town hall here. I don't see that being any issue, but surviving past that and continuing with the monolith still standing is the bigger issue that he's gonna have to face later on.
So he secured at least the town hall and that first star as he continues his way around. Remember, that blimp was supposed to take out that area expo, which just killed the queen. Was supposed to take out that monolith as he's now continuing this approach. But can he get into the 80s? Is he gonna have enough push here?
Oh, Carbon, there's all that trash on the backside is defending. He has no extra troops on standby. The raged up multi-infernos tearing him up. He's got the healer switched over to the world champion. He needs a couple more abilities. He pops that RC ability, hits one Tesla, but RC's dropping. I don't know if he's got the percentage. I think he needs a 77. Is 77 the right number? I'm pretty sure it is. Is that what the miss was? Oh, I don't think he makes it. I don't think he makes it here, Carbon. He's gonna give REPOTTED the chance for the comeback.
So if we have the numbers correct, let me see what he needs. So 95.4 is the best that REPOTTED could get. Basically, they need a 70, like a 77%.
Oh.
A 77 to
Wow.
tie and 78 to win. A 75 here. So, wait, Eric, I don't understand how this is fair. So, CHASMAC Gaming EA has 5 players, but REPOTTED Gaming has 6 players for some reason. They have the players playing, and then they have you. How?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not, it's not even fair.
Yeah, you're right. I'm out here jinxing him. I'm out here jinxing.
You're
No
on
perfect
REPOTTED
war.
Gaming's team here with your jinx. What's going on?
I'm sorry. I take responsibility. I'm sorry for your loss, but that is going to potentially swing the war. But that doesn't make this last attack for REPOTTED Gaming any easier. And now the pressure just went through the roof here, because if they triple this last attack, they're going to the grand finals, and they're one step away from getting the golden ticket and the lion's share of a $50,000 prize pool, Carbon.
Crazy that he only needed about the 77, 78, like 3 more buildings to guarantee a spot in the grand finals, which is thousands of dollars difference in terms of prize pool as well. But here we go. This has got to be a 3-star. We know that for sure, as Temper is in. And if he triples, they can win by 2 buildings, it looks like. As Temper's coming in with the Skelly Lalo to try to get to the grand finals. No pressure, Temper. No pressure.
See the tension there on the camera there as he started his attack there. Put his hands up, stretching out, preparing, getting your head in the game here, going after the Skelly Donut. Simple Skelly Donut here. Able to take out the CC and the Monolith, and now he has the initial setup here. He needs to get the heroes to get the value he's looking for. And it looks like that value will be the Eagle Artillery at the very bottom of the base here. And he also, ideally, in a Lalo attack, we're trying to get our heroes to take out either the World Champion or the Queen. So we only have to go after the other one with our Headhunters under the Warden protection. So the Queen starts at the right side, and she's going to go after the World Champion. That'll leave the Town Hall and the Queen area for the end for the Lalo to move through it.
Yeah, and the Eagle Artillery is not activated yet, which is brilliant, so he can continue to push his heroes through. We've got the Golem out in front for this Queen to provide the protection, as the defensive range now does go off on that scatter onto the multi, sends the World Champion, and the Eagle is now going down.
Going to get the World Champion to go in right in between the King and the Queen there. The Golem has now faded. The Queen under heavy fire. They're about to go to building, but he delays that with the freeze there. Rage Tower is active. The World Champion steps into the Multi-Inferno, gets the stun on that. But the Ground Expo across the base there, picking up some damage. And he does get the defensive World Champion out of the way there. The King got the Eagle. All of his primary targets for the heroes have been claimed. He's not looking too bad here, Carbon. And it looks like he's going to use the Blimp to go after the Town Hall. And that will make so they can use the Ward ability to protect Headhunters and go after the defensive Queen as well. This is looking very, very good right now, Carbon. CHASMAC EA might be shaking their boots right now, because REPOTTED looking to push by.
Freeze that multi, the bottom side, or he's just going to have the balloons come from the top side up and around. He's got the spells. He's not using it. Why aren't you freezing the multi?
What do we do?
His balloons are going down.
Queen, look at the Queen. Look at the Queen. Queen is still alive. Queen steps in and helps get the assist on the multi. He's got the drag right of the Warden, picking up the Ground Expo down at the bottom of the base there. Warden gonna pick up the sweeper. Warden gonna help push everybody through. He's joining in. He's got the freeze. He's got the invisibility. He's got 2 freezes. He's got 2 freezes. He's done it. Carbon. He pulls it back. REPOTTED Gaming take the win. They hold strong into the end, and they're going to the grand finals to play for the golden ticket.
Look at his hand shaking right there. Gets it done for the 3 stars. Temper, well done. Now sending CHASMAC Gaming EA down to the lower bracket, and REPOTTED Gaming are into the grand finals, which means that if Na'Vi make their way to the grand finals, REPOTTED have earned a golden ticket, just like